All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time. Also, some real drama thrown in for good measure, and doing it for real people, just like you and just like me. All right, again, thanks for being here. Thanks for getting this channel over 75,000 subscribers. It only took like 7 years, but we did it. All right, before I'm going to give my opinion about this Motley Crue concert cancellation and a few thoughts that I have on it. Not that I care all that much about Motley Crue. There's this band here you might want to check out. The band is called Mayank. All right, kind of a weird name for a band. It's either Mayank or Mayank. I'm not sure. But they're a new melodic rock band that came out a couple of years ago, featuring my buddy Guy Oliver on lead vocals. He's from Brazil. You also get Swedish guitarist Rolf Nordstrom from Perfect Plan, keyboardist and producer Alessandro Del Vecchio, and drummer Nicholas Papapicio. I don't know if I butchered that guy's name who plays drums. Anyway, if you like the music of Giant or Signal or Survivor or Journey, yes, Journey, of course. There has to be a Journey reference somewhere. You got to check this out. So again, this features Guy Oliver on lead vocals, and it's really good. There were a number of very strong albums from 2 years ago. I remember when I did my year-end list, I had to keep adding things to it, but this one definitely flew in under the radar to some degree, and I think I had to recalibrate the list later on and tell people, no, Mayank should be in there. And anyway, go check them out. So Motley Crue has canceled their New Year's Eve show in Palm Springs. So much for ringing in the year with Vince Neil and the boys. Apparently, it's just not going to happen. Now, the reason they gave for canceling the concert is a bit bizarre to me. This is the statement here. It is with deep regret we must inform you the Crue Year's Eve show. Isn't that cute? The Crue Year's Eve show in Palm Springs is being canceled. They took to social media to tell us this. They go on to say the very short time frame to produce the event resulted in issues beyond our control. To produce the event. Okay, so here's how you produce an event here with Motley Crue. You have guys show up. They bring their musical instruments. You plug your guitars in. You plug in the vocal microphone. You plug the bass. You plug in the guitar. You mic up a drum kit. And then you fly the boys out to Palm Springs. They show up at the event and they perform the music. What is so difficult about planning this event? Well, Dave, they probably needed confetti, right? And they couldn't find a place that would make enough confetti because I'm sure they'll be on stage at midnight celebrating. They'll probably also ask women in the audience to celebrate with them by removing some of their clothing because it is a Motley Crue show and maybe there just weren't enough jumbotrons to feature these scantily clad or not clad women. And now I hear they're doing it with the men as well. The men are supposed to also participate in this. So again, you're going to miss out on a great time with Motley Crue. But apparently there's just not enough time. I'm posting this video on December 22nd. How isn't there enough time? I mean, how much planning needs to go in to a Motley Crue concert? Now, again, this raises the question, do they need a lot of extra help? And I'm talking about technology. Like, okay, we need some vocal tracks for Vince. Well, aren't those already like in the soundboard? Isn't everything already programmed? We need some drum tracks, obviously, for Tommy Lee. There was one concert where he wasn't behind the drum kit. This is during their big stadium tour. And mysteriously, the drums started to play all by themselves. But yet there was no drummer behind the kit. So I don't know if this has anything to do with that. Or maybe the band just wasn't able to follow the protocols that need to be in place in case someone comes down with the sniffles and they have to cancel everything because of that. I mean, there are a number of different things you can speculate about, but this statement is really weak. The very short time frame to produce the event resulted in issues beyond our control. It's like a Kamala Harris statement. What does that even mean? They add, we look forward to seeing you all in 2024, just not at midnight on January 1st. We are not going to see you that night because it's just too much going on between now, December 22nd. I mean, again, I'm not a concert planner, but they could be planning right now. They could get all of the technology in place to make Motley Crue sound almost acceptable. You know, I mean, I can't believe John 5 signed on for this. He's just too good for why. It's money. It's a payday. He's going to make lots of money. But if they're not doing concerts, how is it that he's going to make any money? I have no desire to see Motley Crue on New Year's Eve. And maybe some of you do. And that's nice. I was speaking to a gentleman who is on Patreon here. And we were talking about Motley Crue. And he said all of their satanic stuff, that's just a gimmick. And they don't mean any of that. Oh, okay. Well, maybe they didn't. Okay. And maybe they don't. I know there are books written about this topic. But my take on it is, so if you do it and someone decides that they're going to be all satanic and stuff because you were just doing it as a gimmick, is that a good thing? I mean, look, Motley Crue, it's all about decadence. You had the Dirt movie, which is just like soft porn. There were so many disgusting moments during that. I mean, if you were watching it in mixed company, if you're not wincing within the first few minutes of it, then you're just, I don't know. You're stuck at what, age 18 or something? You're 18 in the year, 1988. So you're born in 1970, right? But now you should be a little more mature, you would think, because you're like 53 now. And that's the age bracket that most Motley Crue fans find themselves in. You're in your 50s or in your 60s, and you're going to see Motley Crue. And New Year's Eve just won't be the same without the Crue because they just don't have enough time. No, they don't have enough time to get this going. The concert was supposed to close an eventful year for Motley Crue, which included touring the world with new guitarist John 5 in place of Mick Mars, who retired from touring in 2022. They've also been involved in legal proceedings with Mick Mars over a financial dispute. Yeah. I don't know, folks. No Crue year. No, happy Crue year. Let's just walk around. Happy Crue year. You too. No, it's fine. But I think this reasoning for the concert cancellation is pure BS. It's got to be something more because there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to plan this event ahead of time. Unless, of course, there's something else going on here, which I'm pretty sure there is. Anyway, on a better note, here's some real music for you. Again, the band is called Mayank, and they feature Guy Oliver on vocals and Rolf Nordstrom from Perfect Plan on guitar, and then Alessandro Del Vecchio, who is a great producer and songwriter, and he's a great musician in his own right. So typically stuff that he gets involved with is usually top quality. You may not like everything he puts out there, but he certainly hits the target, and Mayank was definitely one of those bands. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. God bless again. Everyone who helped get me over 75K. That's just amazing. Of course, it could go backwards. So if it does, I'll let you know. If it goes back under 75K, I'll do an announcement. The chat rooms blew up, and there was a campaign to subtract subscribers from my channel. So then I can plug more, and then we'll go over 75K again. Onward to 100K. I'd like to get to 100K before the year 2050. That's what I'm shooting for, and I'm thinking I can do it. So I'm going to need your help and support. And thanks again for watching. And yes, pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world, and I will see you soon.